All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, 48 First Alert meteorologist Eric Burke, and welcome to Weather Extra. Just a few minutes after 10:30, a little bit behind. I was eating my lunch, not going to lie, but really turning out to be a beautiful day. Lower humidity, you could feel it. The air just does not feel as heavy, and that all has to do with our dew point and the amount of moisture, also the direction of the wind. But the thing to thank is the cold front that came through yesterday afternoon. It did trigger a few scattered storms across the area, had a couple stronger storms, and then I believe one severe warned storm up in parts of Lincoln County there in Middle Tennessee. But still warming up. I mean, it's July. We're not going to have a random day with a high of like 68 degrees. That's just not going to happen. But at least the air is not as heavy and humid. And this is going to be the trend as we go through the next couple of days, as we go through the 4th of July and into the weekend after. So really a good-looking forecast. I don't have a ton to talk about. Finally, a break from the rain and storms. But yeah, cold front did trigger a few storms yesterday. So good morning to all of you joining us. Appreciate your time. That was a look in Athens. It looks like we've got a tugboat out there on the Tennessee River in Decatur. If you look closely, you could see that the river is flowing from north to south, and that just has to do with the direction of the wind out of the north and west. But that is single-handedly the reason that the air is a lot drier today on the backside of that front. If we had that south wind bringing up that Gulf moisture, I would still have a dew point in the mid-70s, and we'd be complaining about the heat index over 100 degrees. Well, not the case today. Love to see it. We are starting to see a little bit more of a cumulus field building in, and we're expecting that trend to continue as we go through the afternoon. 3-day forecast, here you go. Today, going with a high of 89 degrees. More sunshine than cloud cover for sure. Nice breeze out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Try and make some plans outside this evening or Thursday evening, because these will probably be two of the nicest nights we have for a long time. Given the break from the humidity, temperatures will cool off fairly quickly under fair skies. Maybe get the fire pit going, maybe just fire up the grill for dinner. But two good opportunities to have a nice night. Now, I can't do anything about the mosquitoes. That's just going to be a thing that you deal with. It's July in Alabama. We're going to have that struggle every single night, but at least it will be more comfortable to sit outside. Really going to notice that humidity difference as we go through the day tomorrow. Thursday, 91, mostly sunny, maybe partly cloudy from time to time. And then great news regarding our Independence Day, 4th of July, one of my favorite holidays there. I will be working, but that's okay. As soon as I get out of here, still plan on getting a little pool time in. As long as I get my hot dog, or let's be honest, 2 or 3 hot dogs, I'll be happy as can be. And then Friday night fireworks should be fantastic. The weekend looks great too. Checking some temperatures here. 82 Fort Payne, 84 Decatur, 83 Moulton, 85 in the Shoals. Now, this is the difference. I know you still see some darker greens on the map, especially down if you go south of the Tennessee River into Coleman, for example. 72 right now is the dew point in Marshall County, Albertville, 70 in Fort Payne. But it's still better than the dew point of 75 degrees, which would be more uncomfortable. You could just feel that difference, and that was something I felt like I kept saying this morning during the morning newscast, is that you'll be able to notice it for sure. My afternoon plans, I wish I had some golf or something lined up. No, unfortunately, I'm just cutting the grass. I have been waiting for this cold front to actually get out and cut that grass, though. But just a little comparison here between the actual air temperature, that's the red bar, and the pink bar is the feels like temperature. Now, with the dew point upper 60, low 70, still going to have a little bit of that feels like heat index there, but it's just in the lower 90s, better than lower 100s. Probably one of the best pool days we've had in a long time. Make sure you're wearing that sunscreen. It's still getting a nasty sunburn just because it feels a little more comfortable. Doesn't mean the sun isn't just out there cranking now. It is July 2nd, but temps warming up nicely. Great day. You could actually probably lay out in the pool chair a little bit longer, maybe reading your book or a magazine before you actually have to get in the water. But a great day, just really from start to finish. Didn't have a ton of fog this morning. Wind is out of the northwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's get to the good stuff. Holiday weekend here. Friday, as I previously mentioned, 93, mostly sunny. Should be a great night as well. For firework displays, I know we have some on Thursday night, some probably going to be continuing over the weekend. And of course, you have your neighborhood experts that will be putting on their fireworks show too. They always They buy a lot of fireworks in my neighborhood, and I'm okay with it. I don't have to work Saturday morning. I guess that's the only downside. Anyone that has to work, either Friday overnight or into Saturday morning. But the weekend looks great. So pool plans, going out on the boat, on the lake, the river, whatever, camping, perfect weather for that. We don't have any chance of rain and storms. And I'm trying to think the last time we had 4 or 5, maybe even 6 days without seeing any rain or storms. It's been a long time. My gut tells me it might have even been April since the last time that happened. So I do come bearing good news here. This is the rest of your afternoon. No rain, no storms. Tomorrow morning, potentially some areas of fog. I don't think it will be a widespread thing. Tomorrow we're mainly sunny through the day. Friday looks great. There's your 4th of July. And future radar just trying to hint at maybe a pop-up shower or storm. I don't think that's going to happen given the drier air in place. There's your weekend. Weekend looks great too. So really all good things on that forecast regarding the rest of the week, 4th of July itself, and the weekend. National Hurricane Center down there in Miami, and watching this area, I don't think we'll get a tropical system out of it. Depends on how it interacts there off the coast of the Carolinas and Georgia, maybe the mid-Atlantic. If it hits that warm Gulf Stream current, might see some intensification. But basically just tracking kind of a messy center of low pressure that is currently bringing showers and storms to a good portion of Florida, but just a 40% chance of cyclone development here over the next 5 days. High pressure behind that front, the drier air filtering in. We've got showers and storms out into Texas, Oklahoma, the showers and storms along the mid-Atlantic down through Florida. It's associated with that low that the Hurricane Center keeping an eye on. 67 tonight, best night in some time. Had to really specify that on the graphic. Mild, comfortable. You'll still need the air conditioning depending on your sleeping comfort levels. That's up to you to decide, but maybe pop the windows and just run a fan. It still might be a touch on the humid side for some of you for that good sleeping weather. But here's a look at tomorrow. Very similar to what we have today. Mostly sunny, maybe becoming partly cloudy by the afternoon. Temperature probably a degree or so warmer. Highs in the upper 80s, low 90s. Still have that north wind, 5 to 10, so that will make a difference regarding our dew point. Now we get to that 7-day forecast. Today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going with a dry forecast. It's awesome. I was so happy to actually get to tell you good news regarding the forecast. We're rain and storm free and we've got less humidity, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, great stretch for a long holiday weekend. Now we go back to normal. We'll have more humidity toward the end of your 10-day forecast, kind of back to that wet, stormy pattern, but that's basically it. Good looking July 4th forecast, good looking weekend. Can't complain. I'm going to cut my grass later and hopefully get it done nice and quick because it's still hot. Highs will be, just shy of 90 degrees, but at least we don't have the oppressive humidity. It doesn't feel like 105 or 107. It just feels like 89 degrees. So that's it for Weather Extra on this Wednesday. Thank you for your time as always. Appreciate you all. Have a good day. Enjoy some of the beautiful weather. And if I don't see you before then, have a great 4th of July as well.